Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Damn!
You are watching The DL Show on Dave's Guitar Channel.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 17th, and we are back. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Oh, just us? Okay.
Hello. What is the South Park thing when he says to Sound Asian? He's like, what does he say after every sentence? Oh, I forget the line. He's like,
I don't remember.
Please. Oh, I think it's please.
Hello, please.
Yeah, hello, please. It's fucking gold.
I
gold,
just bought
I
two
tell
more
you.
movies. I just got 2 more movies on Voodoo Fandango.
Which ones did you get?
UHF. I fucking love that.
Oh,
Classic. $5.
supplies.
Right? And Return of the Living Dead, the first one. I have the second one, but they've been wanting like 15 for the first one. If you wait, they put it down to 5 on a sale, you get it.
Right. Krellbar was here. He's trying to fix his internet. You know, last week he had that problem where it kept diving on him. And instead of waiting for some time during the 7 days he had to address it, he chose to address it 5 minutes before we went on. That's good. Anywho, he should be here momentarily. And I'm expecting a few others as we go, as you know how it always is, folks. Is Blu-ray still a thing? I have Blu-rays, but it's like you can just watch it easier on Apple TV. I have Apple TV. It's just easy.
That's why I like this, the Voodoo Fandango, because I own the digital copy. I don't want shit around the house no more. Too much. So I wasn't here last week. What's new with everybody? It's just us, but
let's see what happened last week. What did we talk about last week? I don't even remember. We talked about the list, the one that you read for Krellbar. DVD players at store don't say Blu-ray anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't go to stores. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Here's Krell now. Let me see if his camera's working. Krell, welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
All right.
This is another thing it's doing that's kind of weird. It's going through my TV speakers, and no matter what I set it on the computer, it could be for the Bigfoot speaker or the voice meter potato, and it still comes through TV speakers.
All right. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Your mic is hot though. It sounds like you're screaming into your mic. Yeah. It can be turned down just a few hundred decibels.
Blah, 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 blah. How's it now?
Loud.
It's still loud. Wow.
Do you hear yourself? Maybe you're overcompensating.
Oh, actually, I don't hear myself because I'm coming through these, but I don't hear you guys through these.
All right, we'll just talk in a softer voice.
Yeah,
talk,
okay.
Talk normal.
Use your indoor voice, Millhouse.
All righty.
All right. So Joe was just asking what happened last week on the show. I don't remember. We should do like remember Soap last week. Corinne. Anyways, you know what's funny? So I'm watching my feed on like on either Instagram or YouTube, and there's a ton of Van Halen, whether it's Eddie Van Halen talking about himself, David Lee Roth talking about himself. And I've come to the conclusion now. And folks, I just want you to understand, I love the first 6 Van Halen albums. 6 of my favorite albums, although Diver Down, I think, stinks. But there's 3 or 4 great songs on that album. In 1984, I could do without hearing Panama ever again or Hot for Teacher. But I got to say, I think the only likable person in that band is Michael Anthony.
Right? He kept to himself.
No, he's the only likable guy. When David Lee Roth talks, right, he's like, you see him on the Joe Rogan show when he's talking, he's like, you got the thing. And he's like, everything he tries to make like, don't you get it? This has all been planned. And he can't just have a straight conversation with somebody and be himself. He's always got to be in I'm Dave the douche mode. And it's annoying as fuck. Like, I can understand Eddie going, Christ, this guy sucks. Like, his personality just blows because he can never put it on hold. Everything's like, well, then when I do this and that, and it's, it's like, fuck off. He's always the carnival baka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I could imagine if you were friends with Penn Jillette, that you could have a normal conversation with him and talk to him, and he could actually have a face-to-face conversation with you. Little Guitars isn't my favorite. In fact, I don't like Little Guitars. On Diver Down, I liked the full high and Secrets were the 3 tunes I really dug on that album. But I just think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Penn Jillette's another guy who's a carnival baka, right? Everything he does is like he's got to be the voice of him and Teller. But when he talks normal, he's a normal guy. Who the fuck has messaged me on Facebook?
Not me.
Not me.
No, it's nobody I know. So anyways, I'm hearing voices. Okay, anyways, did you listen to radio show after Stern talks about 100 Mile? No, I never listened to him after Stern. I stopped listening to Stern, too, because he is such a Democrat shill. I can't stomach him. It's like, for a guy who was, like, on the fringe, and now he's, like, just Mr. Toe the Line, don't care for him. But, he thinks he's a big interview guy now. He sucks. But anyways, Van Halen, like I said, the music's great, but then you listen to Eddie, and Eddie's like, everybody's out there. And first of all, Eddie sounds like a younger Casey Kasem every time he talks. Right? He's always like, everybody out there is copying me. And that version was Tom Petty. And that song was Refugee. No, but it's like everyone's out there copying me. I took what other guys were doing and moved it, and he's just like so full of shit and so full of himself. And then there's the thing when he's talking bad about, like, is it Dave or Sammy? Either way, it's like, dude, like, what's the problem? Can you just be a normal guy and fucking, like, I don't get it. Anyways, I just feel like a lot of douchebaggery around all those guys in the band, especially
what
Alex,
it is?
too.
I'm not a huge fan of the Rolling Stones, but I give them credit because at some point, they must have realized, look, despite what we all think about each other, we come together like a company and we perform like it's a business.
Yeah. They hated each other. Mick and Keith hated each other in the 80s.
That's fine. But they still got out there. Yeah, they still get out there. They still play together. No one ever asked you to get married to each other. You're a fucking band. Get on stage, play the songs, get off the stage, go away.
When Gary Sharon came out in Van Halen, Eddie came out and said, "This is going to be the last singer we have. He's so great. If we can't do it with him, we're done." And then they come out with the something truth, whatever. And you lied to us, Eddie, because you're back to shitbag. Like his time had come up. But yeah, I mean, no, people stick together. I mean, Hall & Oates have been broken up for years. If you read Noel Monk's book, that will confirm your assertion about Michael Anthony. Yeah, I'm convinced he's the only nice guy in the band. He's a normal guy who's just out there looking. It's like, this is, we're having fun. But, when you sit there and you put down David Lee Roth and you're coming out with I don't mind the Van Hagar shit, but you can't compare why can't this be love? Gay. It's gay. Give me fucking... You're not even on, Krell. That mic is not working. Tattoo You, underrated album. It depends on what you mean by underrated.
How about now?
Very soft. I don't know that it's underrated. I think there's some great songs on Tattoo You. You've got Slave is amazing. Waiting on a Friend I like. Worried About You I like. I like Start Me Up. But I hate Hang Fire. I hate Neighbors. Black Limousine I could do without.
Black Limousine or Slick Black Cadillac? Which do you have to listen to it the rest of your life?
Black Limousine all day. All day. Slick Black Cadillac is horrendous. But anyways, yeah, so I'm not big on the Van Hagar stuff, but it's just like when you hear these guys talk, it's just both conversations. I want to leave the room as fast as I can. Some Girls is the best of their late 70s albums. Well, I love the fact that you say of their late 70s albums. They put 2 albums out technically that you could call the late 70s. Black and Blue and Some Girls. And yes, Some Girls is the better album, but I think Some Girls is their best album of the 70s. I think it's better than Sticky Fingers, Exile on Main Street, Goat's Head Soup, and It's Only Rock and Roll. And then, of course, Black and Blue. So I think Some Girls is their best record. Although, I think Emotional Rescue is a close second. No, Goat's Head Soup is not better. Goat's Head Soup could be the worst album of the 70s, in my opinion. In fact, if I think about it, I'm probably going to go all in on that. Oh, you prefer Sticky Fingers. Saw Night Ranger the other night, was impressed. Brad Gillis. He's a great player. Favorite Stones song? For me, I love the song Fingerprint File off of It's Only Rock and Roll. It's the last song on the album. Hard to follow Some Girls. I think Emotional Rescue was unbelievable. And some days, I'll tell you, Emotional Rescue is better than Some Girls. It's a fantastic album. The only thing I'm not in love with is the swimmingly sweet She's So Cold, because it's real poppy. But I could look at Some Girls and say, what's real poppy on Some Girls? Well, Beast of Burden's not real poppy. But I think She's So Cold is a little pedestrian in the pop area. That's the weakness of that whole album. Otherwise, that album's flawless. Brad Gillis is awesome. Krell, is your mic working yet or no?
Is it working now?
Yeah, I like that volume on you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Dirty Work is terrible. Dirty Work is terrible. Although Emily might argue with you on that. I think she liked that. She loves the Stones, so she likes every record. I'm very picky. I think the next great album after Tattoo You, for me, might be Voodoo Lounge in 92. The 80s are a wash for me. Although Steel Wheels wasn't bad. Just wasn't. Is Steel Wheels late 90s or late 80s?
89.
89, okay. Oh, Moonlight Mile, the last song on Sticky Fingers is fantastic. I love it. That's a great song, I still like Fingerprint File. There's something about getting in a car And if you have to drive somewhere and putting on Fingerprint File and Through and Through is off of Voodoo Lounge, Not Tattoo You. Hannah Bomb. It's a Keith Richards song off of Voodoo Lounge. Yeah. Bridges to Babylon. What's the album that had Anybody See My Baby? Yeah, it's a Spider shirt. That's the brand of the shirt, Spider.
It came
So
out
put a
like
little...
93, I think. That album.
That song? Well, that song, they gave writing credit to Katie Lang because it's the same melody as Constant Craving. Yeah. Well, so Barry Bowman, Brad Gillis was the replacement guitar player for the tour when Randy Rhoads died back in '82. He filled in and did the rest of the tour. So, and then when the tour ended, he went and released the first what's it called? Night Ranger record, Dawn Patrol, which I love. Dawn Patrol.
Bridges to Babylon.
That's the album. Anyone see my baby? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Constant Craving. I think Katie Lang is awesome. In fact, that album that has Constant Craving. Now, I'm going to just take a guess on the name. It's like Ingenue, however you pronounce that. Ingenue. So that album, the opening track is called Save Me. That's the best song on the record. I also really love, if you want to hear a beautiful song by Katie Lang, Western Skies. It's like that Western sound of like El Paso by Marty Robbins.
You know, I just realized she kind of looks like Jake Gyllenhaal does in Roadhouse.
Oh, he's doing the Katie Lang look? She was great. I actually got to play with her steel player, this guy, Greg Leese, who's a great player. Great dude. I think he plays the lap steel on Save Me on Ingenue. But yeah, that's a great record. Great record. Like I said, and Katie Lang's first album, the one with Black Coffee, that has Western stars on it. Let me try to... Shadowland is the name of the album. It was produced by Owen Bradley, who was responsible for the Nashville Wall of Sound back in the 60s. He did the... Owen Bradley was the Patsy Cline producer. But it's a great record to check out if you guys are interested in listening to like an old country legend producing a new artist. It was good. I always thought that was a great... Yeah, Greg Leese is awesome. He played mandolin with us and steel. Miss Chatelaine. What is that? You know, it's kind of trippy for some reason. If you've seen them, I haven't. Natalie Merchant's one of those artists where I didn't like her when she was here. I still don't care for her. I never cared for her voice. The 10,000 Maniacs. That always was like the Indigo Girl fans, a little bit Birkenstocks and Subarus, if you know what I'm trying to say. Anybody? Birkenstocks, Subarus, lesbians. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is I told you I watched that girl Brie Reacts or Brit React. Is it Brie or Brit? I have no idea. Either way, she was reacting to what's the girl's name from Ireland there? Sinead O'Connor's song. And she's like, this singing voice is so unique. Yeah, it really is unique. She lifted it from Liz Fraser of Cocteau Twins. CJ Snare died the other week. I don't know who CJ Snare is. No, I don't know that name. North Face yuppies out here. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, remember the Indigo Girls? That's what I think of when I think of 10,000 Maniacs. 10,000 Maniacs, Indigo Girls. And if you want to add Patchouli to the mix, you can throw the band Fish in there. Just awful.
I only remember the Bananarama.
Oh, I love Bananarama. Elvis Costello, this year's model, is a great album. 1978, his second album, but first album with the Attractions. It's my favorite Elvis album, period. Not a bad song. Lead singer of Firehouse. Oh, no. I never seen him. I wouldn't know him. So that's the thing. Like sometimes when I was, working at West LA and people would come in, they would tell me exactly, Hugh, you want original Liz Fraser. So half the time I'd be like, and were you in a band? And then they tell me and I'm like, oh, okay. I figured I knew you from somewhere, but I wouldn't know really. Yeah. You don't have to be kidding. That sounds somewhat true. What else? Has anyone bought the Funko Pop thing for Corey Feldman yet? I realize there's a Corey Feldman Funko Pop thing.
Is there really a Corey Feldman Funko Pop?
Yeah, Funko
Pop. No.
Oh, yeah. I think they made 3 different ones. We're listening to Howard Jones. Yeah, No One Is to Blame. What's the other one? New song. I will sing a new song. Yeah, I like Howard
video
Jones.
You had sent me last week was like a fucking hour-long Corey Feldman video.
Oh, they were just ripping on him. Oh, yeah, What Is Love? What is love anyway? Does anybody stay in here? Whatever the hell it says. Yeah. So here's a question, and I didn't really was going to bring it up. My brother brought it up. They always say like Michael Jackson ruled the 80s, and I honestly don't think so. When you look at Thriller, so you got Thriller in what, 82, 83? What year was it released? 83?
Yeah, I think so.
82? And you've got he's not the king of pop. And then you've got like 87, that horrible album that he released. What was that horrible album? Bad. It was aptly named. Terrible fucking record, right? Think about MTV, about the people who
You're not
MTV.
fat. Is that what they teach you up there in that college?
Yeah. Oh, Off the Wall was fantastic. It was better than good. But that's 1979, so I would hardly call it the 80s. Krell, your voice is unheard. Go into Voice Meter Potato and reselect the microphone.
Okay. Well, I found a list, the top 10 selling artists of the 80s.
Ooh. Okay. Can I take some all right, I'm going to have some guesses.
Go ahead.
Well, let's you say describe, what top 10, so you describe it and
I'll read what they say. It's a decade that's produced music unlike any other and hear it or
Hold on. Let's get Krellbar into this. We got to fix his mic. No.
Okay.
No.
Did you turn him down too low? Whatever.
I didn't do anything to him.
Okay.
Is your mic being seen in Voice Meter? Okay, but reselect it. You did that? You clicked on it from the top, dragged it down, and clicked a new one? But you should see 2 or 3 different versions of that mic. You got to click one of them.
What about the settings in StreamYard? Maybe he messed something up in there.
No. Yeah, it was very... Make sure that you have A1 and B1 checked on that channel. No. Close Voice Meter. Just X out of it and then reopen it. Why? You have to reinstall it every time? Christ. Can't you bypass it for right now by going to your audio on the bottom right of your computer and selecting a different audio? I can. No. Nothing. Now I'm hearing that somebody's computer
Not me.
made a bing. That's Krellbaugh's computer. I know I can hear his computer. Okay. All right. All right. So Joe, let's go. So what was
All right. So, with all the great releases that came out during the decade, it got us thinking, who are the best selling artists of the 80s? Using data gathered by Chartmasters, not sure who they are, here's the list of the top 10 selling artists of the 1980s. Did you want to guess first?
give me like just can you like say female or male or band or
Okay. In a 4-year period from 82 to 88, Blank sold an incredible 30 million records worldwide. It was a duo.
that's Hall and Oates.
No.
Well, it isn't Buckner and Garcia. Hold on, let me think for a sec. It's a duo. It's a duo. A duo, not Hall and Oates. Who is it?
I don't know. Wake me up before you go.
Oh, it's Wham.
Wham. George Michael and Wham. Okay.
Wham had
coming-
already broken up in '86.
Coming in at number 9 is a rock and roll band.
Rock and roll band, not Bon Jovi.
You got Bon Jovi. Okay.
All right.
Coming in at number 8. Blank had several great albums in the 80s. One of the best-selling albums of all time. Blank has sold more than 30 million copies. Can't really say more without giving it away.
Okay.
I can just say,
A
well,
person or a band?
it was a person that was also with a band, but then it was just a person.
Phil Collins.
No, I thought I was giving it away, but I guess I didn't.
A person that was once in a band. Sting.
Well, no, I said with a band.
In the '80s, they were with the band.
Think of it this way: it's like, let's say you're Dave Levine, but it used to be Dave Levine and the Lemon Fly Bastards.
Oh,
And then
Tom
it's just
Petty.
Dave Levine. No shit, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, but this is just Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
Coming in
Jables,
number
what's
8.
happening?
Blues Springsteen. I didn't. I just came to interrupt everybody. What's going on?
Excellent. We're doing a list of the top 10 selling artists of the 80s. And I'm just trying to guess who's in this top 10, but when he describes it.
It scared everybody off.
Oh no, it's just Krellbaugh here, and he had to reboot his computer.
Yeah, he's having audio issues
I was gonna say, since
beyond
it's
normal.
just you and Joe, I kind of figured I'd walk in the room, there'd be no shirts on.
Just you and Joe, just you and Joe, sharing a drink. Oh, that was Eddie Rabbit and Crystal Gale. Okay, going on.
Oh, it's the biggest selling records or artists of the 80s.
Artists of the
Best-selling
decade.
artist of the 80s.
Okay,
right, coming
and who did you already say?
Number 10 was George Michael and Wham. Number 9, Bon Jovi. Number 8 was Bruce Springsteen.
Okay. And
Bringing
are you
us
trying to
to number
guess them in
7.
order?
He's trying to guess.
No, I'm trying to
giving
guess it
him a hint.
when he gives the description.
All right, I'm going to give a
Oh.
hint with this one. This band is often miscategorized as a heavy metal band, but I would say at the most they're hard rock
Akadaka.
or AC/DC. Yes.
Yeah, AC/DC. Akadaka.
Okay.
Next one.
The next one coming in at number 6. Once this artist once schooled Charlie Murphy in a basketball game.
Oh, Prince.
Yeah. One of the
Right.
greatest sketches
It's
of all
literally-
time.
That's so
And
funny.
fucking-
And then he made us all
the
pancakes.
fucking pancake. Oh my God, that's insane. That is what. Okay, number 5. Another rock band. Another amazing rock. One of the greatest rock bands ever. Always in our top 5.
Wait, that's your clue? There was no clue. It's in our top 5.
Always in our top 5, whether it's a bands or albums, sometimes songs, the guitar
Van
player.
Halen?
No,
I think it's Journey.
no.
It's Ozzy. Ozzy?
This lead singer once was on stage on the back of Darth Vader.
Queen.
Okay, coming in at another.
They were horrible in the 80s.
I like them.
All right, go on.
Coming in at number 4. Oh, let's see. Let me look for a hint for this band. Search.
Hey, Kenny Isaacs, what's happening? I saw a picture the other day of Paul Stanley, like from 81 during The Elder. And honestly, it looked like he just stole Olivia Newton-John's Let's Get Physical outfit. It is so gay.
I was going to say, if we had a list that was the top selling metal acts of the 80s, all of my clues would be like, they're gay.
Right.
I'm going to look for a list like that afterwards. This next rock band was formed in 1976.
They're a rock band?
Rock band. They're described here as a rock band.
Okay.
I would say the first few albums are rock. The first couple albums I really loved, but then they got
Foreigner.
No.
Ooh, that was my guess too.
They made their debut in 1980.
I'm always ripping on Stan. What is it?
It says they made their debut in 1980.
Oh, their debut in 80?
Yeah.
No idea.
U2.
Okay.
Wow, they formed in 76, huh?
That's what Wikipedia said.
Mm.
Okay, the next artist was from a band that was playing earlier tonight.
Genesis.
No, I said the next artist was
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, yeah. Okay, got it.
I figured he would be in the 80s.
Okay, we got number 2. It's not a man and someone whose music I fucking despise.
Is it Whitney Houston?
Madonna.
No, Madonna.
Oh.
And coming in at number 1, maybe you were wrong, Dave, but I guess you can guess who it is.
It's Michael Jackson.
It's Michael Jackson.
All right, let me talk about some bands that definitely should have been on this list. Kool and the Gang had a ton of hits in the 80s. I think 11 hits in the 80s. If we talk about the early 80s, Thompson Twins, but Duran Duran owned MTV. They were everywhere from like 81 to 86. Wow.
How many records did Kool and the Gang sell?
A lot.
Let's
Celebration was the number 1 song in 81.
It's a guess for you guys. This is the game. I just looked it up.
Oh, okay. Total albums over the whole history?
Yeah, just Kool and the
million.
Gang have sold blah blah blah. Okay.
100 million.
Are we playing Price is Right rules?
No.
I think okay. So
Closest wins.
the closest wins. All right, Joe, what do you got?
For what?
Kool and the Gang.
Huey Lewis, another one. You're right.
Kool and the Gang, total album sales.
I'm actually on the website that could tell us that, so let me look.
No. He knows the answer. He wants you to guess.
Joe was not paying attention to this segment.
No, I was reading this website I just found.
Yeah, guess. What do you? How many records do you think Kool and the Gang sold?
20 million.
It's very, very different. The answer is 70 million.
Oh,
ooh, I was closer.
Yeah. So without the Price is Right rules, DL, this is the winner. All right.
Yeah.
With Price of Right rules, you're out.
I mean, Kool and the Gang was awesome. I love songs like "Well, It's Ladies' Night," and my favorite song from them is from 1981.
I just like when John.
And it's
Lovett
not Celebration. It's "How You Gonna Do It If You Really Don't Want to Dance." by
Oh, that was
standing
them? I
on the
didn't know that.
wall. Get your back up off the wall, baby. Get down on it. Down, down. Get down on it. Down, down. Get down on it's fantastic.
Cool. And
I guess
There you
Toto's been opening for Journey this year, huh?
All Pure Sales rankings. We have top albums for Pure Sales or top artists for albums Pure Sales.
What is it? How about
Pure
let me
sa-
ask you this question. Do you guys agree that Thriller is the most overrated album of all time?
I've never heard the album. I've heard a couple of songs. Not my cup of tea.
I mean, you've got PYT, you've got Human Nature. Those two songs are great. Wanna Be Starting Something is okay at best, but it doesn't go anywhere. The whole song is just doom 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 doom. I wanna be starting something. And The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney. Gay. Paul, if you're fighting over a girl with Michael Jackson, that girl's 11. I'm finding it hard to believe you're 11. And baby, you're all that I want.
This is a list I think Dave might like.
I'm surprised Michael Jackson didn't cut that record. When I'm lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe you're 11.
Man, you are just hammering on the 11-year-old jokes. I like it.
Let me read the description to this. See if you like this, Dave. Top
All right.
album, Pure Sales. This list reflects the top album based on Pure Sales. Also, studio albums alone are considered here. Compilations, lives, and box sets are not. Remember to use. Yes, I thought you would like it. That's why I mentioned.
Well, that takes the Eagles' greatest hits out of the mix.
It takes a lot of them out of the mix. Please keep in mind that some artists are missing because their analysis has not been done yet. And here is a complete list of covered artists. All figures reflect the value as collected at the time of the artist's respective articles. So tell me where you want to start. I have, let's see, the list. Well, the list goes up to 100.
Holy smokes.
All right, we can start. The number one album of all time, sales-wise, we all know is Michael Jackson Thriller.
Unfortunately, you're right.
And it doesn't deserve it.
No.
And not only does it not deserve it, again, Off the Wall's a far better record, but I think Thriller stinks. Oh, and the song Thriller. That doo-doom, doo-doom, doom, doom. It's just, what's that Rick James song it stole?
When
I got home last night, I was so intoxicated. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
Think if it wasn't for that amazing video with the special effects, the zombie stuff, that wouldn't have done anything it did. But that's when music and video meshed perfectly for a little bit.
Okay, Rumors and Dark Side, in my opinion, are not going to be in the top 10 of all time. I'm just going to tell you that right now, Peter Herring. That's my guess.
Top 10?
And I will tell you, number 2, oh, please, Bendeo.
I'm thinking, is it possible?
The funny thing is it's overrated. Who's overrating it? Most people think it stinks. I think it's great, but who's overrating it?
Overrated what?
Is it?
The movie Fletch, he goes, the most overrated movie. Like people are talking about it like it's fucking Citizen Kane.
Besides you and I, who remembers that movie?
Casablanca's an overrated movie.
Rosebud.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Is Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill still a top 5?
Let me go back to that tab.
No way. No way.
It's not top
20,
5.
Maybe.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, let me say this. I'm going to guess. I guess number 1. Number 2, I'm going to guess is Back in Black.
No.
Okay. Give me a second to regroup.
Wait,
is it a Led Zeppelin record?
Worldwide album sale?
And it's a Beatles album.
It's not. With something you said to someone else earlier, you disqualified yourself.
I did?
Yes.
I said the Eagles' greatest hits.
Actually, there is no Dark Side. It's all dark.
Dark Side of the Moon has not sold more records than The Wall.
Dark Side of the Moon is here with 43,300,000. As of, this is a list from 2017. Keep that in mind.
Is this a worldwide list or a U.S. list?
I don't even know if it's U.S.
At the beginning of this, you said worldwide.
Did I?
Okay. You did?
Which
No,
is why
this list reflects top album based on pure sales. Also, studio albums alone are considered here. Compilations, lives, and box sets are not. Remember to use searching, filtering, blah blah blah. Please keep in mind some artists are missing because their analysis has not been done yet. Here is the complete list of covered artists. All figures reflect as collected at the time.
Oh, okay. Because I know the RIAA numbers have the wall way higher than Darkside. So they must have sold Darkside out of this country a hell of a lot more than we sold it here.
Where is this list from? Let me see if I can find that out. About us.
Is Back in Black in the top 5?
I've got a list. I've got the same list, but it's just the U.S.
Yeah, okay. You have see, that's the one that you can really trust because it's just RIAA. Hold on. Krell's the mic working? Nope.
What's going on? Maybe you got to jiggle the cable.
A Tango in the Night. That's funny.
How about in the U.S., without greatest hits, that means that we can't say the Eagles.
Right. Is that number 2 after behind
well, the number 2 would be Thriller, right?
Hold on.
So it's technically the number 1 if we're not qualifying greatest hits. However, according to Business Insider,
yeah,
this Eagles record would be the number 3 best-selling record of all
Okay,
time.
so Joe, I just want to correct this whole thing. How many sales does it say that Dark Side of the Moon has?
As of June 18th, 2017, 43,300,000.
Okay, I just looked up Back in Black, and it says 50 million copies sold worldwide.
Well, over here it says as of February 20th, 2018, 35,810,000.
No,
I don't like this list because
I don't trust this list because
I'm looking at either.
Yeah, because I knew it was over 45 or 6 years ago. It was the highest when it took. In fact, what's Thriller at? What number is Thriller at? I hear that.
Thriller is
That's
still
Krell?
number 1. It's 65,800,000.
Say it again.
It was 65,800,000 as of September 27th, 2017.
Yeah, and according to my Business Insider list, it says certified album sales units 34 million.
That's U.S.
U.S., right.
That's U.S. But let me just see. Thriller.
Which, by the way, Dark Side of the Moon's not even close.
I know.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, this
Yeah,
one says
there he
that's
is.
over. They say it's over 70 million here. All right, so this list is fungo. We
If Krellbar falls in the woods, does he make a sound?
exactly.
If he doesn't
Wait,
have a
wait.
microphone.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Oh,
you
okay.
fine.
I thought you couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
No, we hear you.
Fuck you guys. Oh, my camera's on too.
Oh my God.
You know what? A lot of people. I'll tell you right now. Michael Jackson, and look at. I love Human Nature and PYT, but the guy's overrated beyond reproach. The only person more overrated than him is Prince. And I know you guys are going to give me a whole hill of shit about that, but I have every Prince album. Some albums have one song, some have two. People like, he put out so many albums. They're terrible. Really? I tell anybody, tell me what song is good on 3121.
The only Prince
Now,
album
the
I wanted
early
was the
records, I
Batman
think,
soundtrack.
the Batman soundtrack's horrendous. I think Dirty Mind is a great record. But I don't even think Purple Rain is that great of a record.
On this list, The Wall is number 12 with 31,300,000.
Yeah. You know what? I have a problem with double albums because they count it as they count it twice.
Do they really?
Yeah, every time you buy a double album in the US, it counts as 2 albums sold.
By the way,
early 80s, who's better, Prince or Rick James?
Rick James.
Oh, I would go with Rick James.
Well, I mean,
Rick
Jables?
James.
Oh, I don't listen to either one.
Oh, neither did I, but I would
That's
rather.
fair. But I agree with Rick James. Fucking busting out. Everything on Street Songs and Rick, to me, it's a blowaway. Now you get to like, I don't know. To me, almost a lot of Prince songs all sound the same.
Well, Rick James inspired MC Hammer's Can't Touch This. I mean, how are you going to beat that?
You can't.
You
You really can't.
You can't touch that.
Can't touch this.
Yeah. Oh. and honestly, Super Freak's way better on its own. It's just a great tune. I just don't think like
She's all right.
John Lennon or who? Boy from Down the Pub? Who's the boy from Down the Pub? Maybe he is better.
Bert from Down at the Pub. Who's Bert?
There's a band called the Electric Light Orchestra. They're playing songs that the Beatles did after Walrus. Great record. I look at a Bert from Down the Pub. Who's Getter? I think you mean who's better. Yeah, I don't see the back in the early 80s, Prince and Rick James had a rivalry. In fact, Prince started like the whole Vanity, Apollonia, all the girl group stuff. What was it? Vanity and the Seventh Heaven?
Yeah,
All
Mary Jane girls.
because Rick James had the Mary Jane girls. Which
In our house.
the songs they sang, how about All Night? Oh, they were fucking awesome. Mary Jane girls were great.
Huh.
Yeah. What R&B band have the best girl protege? I think it might be Earth, Wind and Fire with the Emotions. Oh, you got the best of my love.
Oh,
George Clinton had the Brides of Funkenstein. We'd love to funk you, Funkenstein. Your funk is the best.
That's the best name.
Oh, the Brides of Dr. Funkenstein.
That's very cool.
I love the album. Doctor, I think it's is it Dr. Funkenstein the record, or is it Funkentelechy versus the Placebo Syndrome?
What do we think about the fact that Kenny G sold 12 million units in the United States?
Oh yeah, with
Of
Songbird alone.
I mean, are there really that many dentist offices in the United States?
Yeah.
They each had a copy.
The funny thing was he's actually a great player, and then realized I could play great, or I can play jacuzzi jazz. Right? I mean, all those guys, David Sanborn. Although I'll take any David Sanborn record over any Kenny G record.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But Sanborn was great. But again, he's playing, it's lots of elevators.
Yeah, just rotten.
Oh, do you guys do you remember a song by a band called Taxi, Krellbach, called I'm Leaving?
Yep.
I heard that today. Such a great song.
It's on my playlist on my USB.
Today, also on the way to the gym, I was cursing fucking George Lynch. Big surprise. But I'm like, Stranglehold came on, and I'm like, as much as I don't even think like Ted Nugent's not my kind of guitar player. And I never loved him, but man, the tone on that record is so great. And that's Tom Werman. And he's like, Tom Werman doesn't know how to record guitar. Well, he's telling you your guitar is too distorted. And also later when I'm in the gym, fucking Tooth and Nail comes on. And it's the most fuzzy, thin sounding.
Bad sounding record, yeah.
Just terrible.
Everything about that record sounds bad.
Oh, Joshua Tree was big. What was the one before the Joshua Tree? Unforgettable Fire I liked even better. Oh, yeah, Candy Fuller? I thought it was Dulfer. Dulfer. Candy Dulfer that did... She had that. Yeah, that's it, Dulfer. Yeah, she had that, like, that jacuzzi jazz type song. I mean, the whole jacuzzi jazz thing, in my opinion, might have started with fucking Spyro Gyra.
Huh.
Jay Beckenstein and whatever the guy's name was that played. Oh, no, it was Jay played sax. I forget the Tom guy who played piano.
And I used to know the bass player from there.
Yeah, Lily was here. That's the Candy Dulfer song. Very good.
That Jay Beckenstein guy, he was the guy that recorded the very first Dream Theater record.
Yep. Another
did he?
day. Yeah, Another Day.
It's
He played on.
Images and Words is the name of the record, but yeah, he was on that song. Yeah, Another Day. That's right.
I'll tell you right now, the first 5 or 6 Spyro Gyra records are all fantastic.
Are they?
I love them. The Spyro Gyra record, Morning Dance, Catching the Sun, Carnival, and what the hell's after? There's one where the girls has the headphones on. It's called like Free Ride or Free. I forget what that album's called. I love that record too.
I had one of their records I bought, because I was curious about that guy, just because of the whole Dream Theater connection. Was not my thing.
Well, you have to find the records because the earlier records are much different sounding than the gay jacuzzi jazz later half of that career.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah.
David says Dire Straits' Brother in Arm. Now that's the Dogs Bollocks. I like the record from 1980 much better. Making Movies. I thought Brothers in Arms was okay. It was just a little syrupy with some of the stuff and a little boring. And if I never heard that ain't working, that's the way you do it. If I never heard that again, I'd be all right with it. But then there was And You're So Far Away. That's not so bad. I mean, I like Mark Knopfler a lot, but I think Making Movies is a stupendous record.
I'm trying to remember the Weird Al version of
special effects. I don't know.
It's the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Remember.
Yeah, with the computer graphics in the video.
Right.
Early computer graphics.
That's right. It's like what was the Rush music video? There was a Rush music video with those early terrible graphics.
Oh, Manhattan Project.
Oh, was it? Yeah, that might be right.
Or is it Territories? It's one of those two.
Manhattan
It's
Project.
on Race Under Pressure, whatever one that. Oh no, it's on Power Windows, whatever it is. Was it Big Money?
Oh, maybe. I don't fucking remember. Big money goes around the world.
He's from North England. Was he a Geordie? I think Sting's from North England. Amiga computer graphics, yeah. Excellent, Johnny. That's great. Johnny's saying, Bingham, turn and wave out your window at the crazy crackhead.
What?
He's just joking because your window's wide open.
Because I'm in LA. That is true. I was dropping my daughter and another boy that is in her class. I was dropping them off at this Westwood swimming pool because they swim competitively. But the boy, this kid Zach, I've known him for years now because they've been in school together. So we're driving down Sepulveda, and there's this barefoot woman with black tarry looking feet, just a homeless crazy person rolling down the street. Bear in mind, Kaylee and this boy are both 12. And so I said to him, I was like, Zach, right over there, that's the future Mrs. Campbell. Dropped that joke on him. Loved it. He was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, I heard you were attracted to the homeless. That's how I talk to 12-year-olds, guys. That's how.
Hilarious.
By the way, I think that DL dated her at some point in the past.
Could have been.
Which is why she's homeless now.
Right. Exactly.
I need coffee. I'll be right back.
It's Chinese. All right, very good. Thanks, David. Maurice Casey. Things from
What the hell is a Chinese toothache?
230? Tooth hurty?
Oh, jeez. Never heard of that.
Yeah. Randy Newman used to shop in my store. I don't mind Randy Newman. I used to love, he wrote a song, I think it's on the Trouble in Paradise record or Trouble in whatever, the one that has I Love L.A. I could be wrong, but the song is called The Same Girl. Yeah. That is a great, great song by by Randy Newman. And there's also a brilliant sax version from David Sanborn of The Same Girl. I believe Randy Newman also wrote You Can Leave Your Hat On, that Joe Cocker had a big hit with. I'm pretty sure the original's Randy Newman. Short people got.
Yeah, Trouble in Paradise. Where I Love L.A., Christmas in Cape Town, The Blues, Same Girl. Yep.
Yeah, Same Girl's great.
My
You're
life is
not the same. Oh, that's a great. I am a huge Tom Waits fan, and I'm a huge Tom Waits fan, especially from Looking for the Hardest Saturday Night all the way up to Bone Machine. No new guitars, not for me. I mean, I'm playing the same. But yeah, I'm a huge Tom Waits fan. I think Tom Waits, if you want to get two albums that really show two sides of Tom Waits, I would say Blue Valentines from 1978 and Rain Dogs from like 85, I want to say. Or it could be 83. I can't remember. But Rain Dogs, that's another great record. But those two Tom Waits albums give you a taste of both of his music. Exactly, John.
That's right.
We don't discuss guitars, roads. Where we're going, you don't need roads.
Actually, I've had a new guitar in the background for the last month. No one even noticed.
Oh, let's see it. What's that acoustic that looks like a Fender acoustic? Oh, it's electric. It's yellow. That yellow guitar looked like an Acoustasonic for a minute.
Is that another Amazon special?
Yes, it is.
You are a fan of
bucks.
Amazon special.
Hang on for 1 second.
Meanwhile, the only thing I'm ordering from Amazon's a deck of cards.
Everything I order from Amazon, I return to Amazon.
All right, here we go. Let's put them on the big screen.
What do we got, Corral?
He can't hear you until he gets his cans on.
Yep.
Let's see. All right. We got the ketchup and mustard burst.
Yep.
Yeah.
And stainless steel frets.
Scoot it a little more. Let's see the name. What does that say?
Volgoa.
Volgoa. Sure.
And
What is
if
that
you
wood?
notice, it is roasted maple.
Oh, okay.
Is it real roasted maple?
Yeah.
Or is it dyed?
And what is the what are the frets? What are the frets? The fret wire.
Oh, kind of jumbo.
Aluminum
No, is it
foil.
nickel steel or is it
No, they're
tin foil?
stainless.
Stainless frets. All right, let's see. Show me the neck where it meets the body. Am I seeing a wheel there? Or am I taking the neck off to adjust it?
Oh, that's a wheel.
Look at this. Look at this. Fender can't even do this. This guy's getting a guitar built like this for $150 on Amazon.
How old do you think the kids that made that guitar were?
Yeah.
6 and 11.
Slave labor rules.
Is that
Kenny's,
is that China or is it like Malaysia or what?
I
What
believe
country?
it's China.
China.
I can't read it. My eyeglasses aren't. Yeah. But anyways, notice one thing.
That is wild.
I put a roll of string tree on it. I went to put another one on, and the wood's so hard that when I pulled the other screw out, broke the screw off in it.
Oh,
I can see. That's funny.
I don't really need that though. I mean, like it's staggered locking tuners too.
Yeah.
And
that's bananas.
I want to show you something really friggin' wacky. This whatever this trem is, it's really smooth. And watch this. Okay, we'll do a little.
All right.
Still in tune.
Wow.
It's like, fuck me. Get a Fender to do that.
You can't get offended to do that.
That's nuts. $160.
Yep. I think it all falls in the knife edge. I think.
How did it come set up? Did you have to do a lot of work on it, or was it pretty good out of the box?
A little filing down on the nut, and the springs in this were so friggin' jacked. I couldn't do anything with them, so I got some light attention springs. They had it decked all the way back with with the screws all friggin' in. There was no play in the trem bar. I had to set that up.
Oh, how are the pickups?
I haven't really put them to a test. I played them through my Roland Cube, my little mini cube, micro cube.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with Quilter?
Yes.
The amps.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave, one more thing. Pop out bar.
Yeah. Well, that's not a pop. That's not a pop out. That's just a. That one you have to put in with a set screw, right? You can control the tension of it with a set screw.
Yeah, you can put down and then
right.
It's basically pop out.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's shocking.
Yes, it is. I just had to have
yeah, because I know somebody, this girl called me. She was like, what do you think of Quilter? I'm like, I don't really care for them. She's like, well, I have this amp and it's not cutting through the mix and blah, blah, blah. And I'm playing with it. And I'm like, okay. But you're telling me after you got it? Like, what are you asking me my opinion of it after you got it? I think it stinks. Anyway, she wanted something that was light. I told her, go buy a 50 watt Katana 1x12 and you'll get more out of it. I don't think those Quilters are any bargain. They're little. And so they have no like presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every time I go see someone that plays it, I'm always like, I can't even hear that fucking thing.
Yeah. They feel like, you remember old school solid state amps, how like immediate everything was.
Yeah.
There's no sag to it. Didn't feel good. That's how every Quilter I've ever played has felt like that.
Mm-hmm.
You go to hit a note and you're just like, this isn't fun to play. It feels stiff and yeah.
I think the Katana has a better sag to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All the modeling stuff. Yeah, they build in that sag in the modeling.
Yeah.
It's really smart.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the amp, but if someone said, hey, I don't want to carry a heavy amp and I want a solid state, and it's got built-in compression and she's doing country stuff, I'm like, yeah, go put the compressor on it and make it sound good. But that Quilter to me is like, I went to see a buddy of mine play and he wanted me to come up and I'm like, what do you have to play? He's like, the Quilter. I'm like, I'll just watch. I'll watch.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. It's like, give me the other Quilter. I'll wear them both as headphones. They're small. It's like.
Oh,
okay.
DL and gang. I have the opportunity tomorrow to go and see the heavy metal Ethel Merman if I choose to. Should I go?
Yes, Queensryche.
Why not?
What's his name?
Not Queensryche.
It's Jeff Tate.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I want to go though.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
just so ridiculous. I'm hoping that he gets on the crowd and is like, "Come on, guys, it's supposed to be fun. This is rock and roll. Come on," because he has a history of like getting after the audience, and I kind of want to see if that would happen.
Hugh Caldwell. That's awesome about that Japan DVD. Love them. Yeah, I would go. I'd go, Bingham. I mean, you have a lot of laughs, anyways.
That's what I'm thinking. The Canyon Club. You ever been to the Canyon Club? Agora
Oh
Hills?
yeah, I love the Canyon Club.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Small venue, great place to see a band.
Queen of the Rock.
Oh God, now there's the gayest tune.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, the Queen.
I don't
of the
understand
Reich.
that band. I know that like we've talked about that on here before. I know you don't like Operation Mindcrime.
Correct.
And
I love Warning and Rage for Order.
I've never really given them an honest shake. And I tried listening to them the other day, and I can't. They're not good. I don't know how you like those. They're just so bad.
I was there when they came out. It was like something, warning, I remember. You know what I heard today was, take hold of the flame.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's the thing that kills me about that, and this is a conversation we've had before about different music. I don't like the fact that the vocals are up here and they stay up here.
Yeah.
Like I think part of the reason I like Empire so much is because
Empire's great.
Because I'm homosexual. Sorry, what? Say again? No,
Yeah, exactly. Empire's great. It's a great
the fact that like
recording.
he sings down here, he sings up here, he's all over the place, and then the music is incredible.
Yeah, way better than Mindcrime.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
Mindcrime to me is like just silliness. Mary, gay.
Well, not only that, but the recording of the guitar sound is bad on that record.
What's the doctor's name?
Really...
What's the doctor's name in that?
Dr. X.
Yeah,
Dr. X.
Clever. Right?
Honestly, it's like, could you get any more comic book from 1960?
Yeah, I know.
Dr. X. Hey, Jeff Tate, Stan Lee called. He'd like to discuss your Dr. X.
The guitar sound is all mid-range too. It's not a great sounding record.
I don't like
Empire,
Mindcrime to me has a problem with the injecting of the story. I find the story so gay. Whereas Empire, the song is fantastic.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, here's by the way, here was one of the interviews Jeff Tate did for the album for Mindcrime.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
So
it's a classic.
Yeah. But Della Brown is a fantastic song. Jet City
Della
Woman's
Brown
great.
All the time.
Hard to find whiskey or a wife. Oh, you're great. Oh, it's fucking
Just Another Rainy Night on there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Another rainy night without you.
Yeah,
that song, by the way, has the dumbest lyric ever.
it's not good.
Yeah, and this takeout food is growing cold. And the candles burned a hole in the floor, and I'm still waiting.
I gotta tell you, a great
for the
song
ring
that
of
was
the
off the
phone.
Warning album is a song called NM156. Uniform print out reads end of line. Oh, I love that. I also love Screaming in Digital on
I love that they chose a
on
very
Rage for Water.
catchy name for that song, so it's easily memorable, and you can easily look it up later.
NM156.
Right? It's like, okay, what is it again?
Oh yeah, anybody's listening is the Queensryche version of "Show Must Go On" by Queen.
Listening?
It's
Now-
just one of those gay, overly theatric.
You would expect it
No,
from Freddie.
The closing track to Mindcrime was better than the closing track to Empire.
Yeah,
Eyes of a Stranger.
Yep.
yeah, that's a good song.
Into the
That song
eyes
stands
of
on
a
its own.
stranger.
Right. They said to Jeff Tate, "What does this have to do with the Mary story?" He's like, "It doesn't. It's just a good tune." Right. Put it at the end. Put a chick in it, make it gay. Mary. Oh, Silent Lucidity. That song stinks.
Used to call it Silent Stupidity.
That song made them probably more money than anything else they did in their career.
What's the song? What's the song by by Metallica that goes, "I didn't give and didn't do," you know,
Nothing else matters.
Oh, Silent Lucidity is the Nothing Else Matters for Queensryche. Just a shitbag song.
I would take
Came out
Silent
first.
Stupidity
I
over.
think it came out
No,
first though.
no.
Let's look
Yeah,
at
it is
album
a
numbers.
year or two. I'm just saying it's equally bad. It's like the slow song that's like a dirge that's like doesn't go anywhere. Didn't care no matter how far.
Yeah, Empire was 1990 and 91 was the Black Album.
And all you Metallica fans, I got to tell you, what James Hetfield's vocals for me? They never go anywhere. The songs don't ever go anywhere.
He ends everything with the ah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I remember somebody was telling me they didn't like the Rust in Peace album, and I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
Classical composer
God.
reacts to Rust in Peace.
Right.
I saw that guy, Doug Helverning or whatever his name is. I saw him do a reaction to it.
Of Rust in Peace?
Yeah. And he didn't care for it.
Yeah.
I don't think
I watched the 4 black guys react to it. You know, the 4 brothers, or there's sometimes 5. They reacted to it. They loved it.
That's funny. But how do you really know if they loved it?
Well, they said
I'm convinced the whole thing is all pandering.
Absolutely. The whole format to that show, which is why if I'm ever going to do it, I'm only going to find stuff I hate because that's much more fun.
React to Bob Dylan.
He sucks.
There you go.
Sisters of Mercy. Hey now, sing this corrosion. This corrosion's one of the
Guitar
greatest.
instructor reacts to Bob Dylan. That's what you should do.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, God. Dylan stinks.
Yeah, you could become guitar instructor.
I watched something recently where somebody mentioned Dylan, and one of the guys on this show was like, Dylan sucks. And I'm like, finally, it's catching. It's catching on. People are starting to rebel to the hipster douchebags that run the whole fucking. You know, another thing I can't stand is somebody posted a video and it was like, oh, it's the guys that do the shorts and they're like, Angus Young never used a distortion pedal. He used, and it's like, these guys don't understand. Like, I don't care if you're using a distortion pedal. It's not a weakness to use a distortion pedal. Certain amps, when you crank them to the same level, is the same effect as using a distortion pedal. So it's not like Angus Young doesn't use a distortion pedal. He just plugs into an SG into a thing, and they're trying to explain what he's doing to get Angus's sound. I'm like, you put Angus on a Strat on a fucking frontman fucking Fender, it's going to sound like Angus. Angus, the element that makes Angus Angus is Angus.
That's right.
Not his guitar, not what amp you think he's using, whether or not. And then there's an Eddie one too. Eddie's like, yeah, I gotta work on my Eddie voice because it's annoying as fuck to me. I don't use distortion. I don't use distortion pedals. I always plugged in. That's the sound of me. Wonderful
Nicky.
Eddie.
Little Nicky.
Right, he's little Nicky.
That's
And then
hilarious.
he says to Valerie Bertinelli, he goes, hey, Valerie, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The funny thing about that is like these guys coming out here saying all this easily disprovable bullshit. I hate that. I never used pedals. That's the sound of my guitar straight into my amp. Or it's the sound of your guitar into your pedal board, into your rack unit, into your amp.
Into your amp on a Variac. Even any time.
The echoes in the hands.
Yeah. But I mean, like
that one was so ridiculous.
And today, by today's standard, you buy any high gain amp, and I've heard guys actually tell me, dude, when I use pedals, I don't use pedals. I use that amp. I'm like, I got 5 gain pedals on, and I'm still not as distorted as that amp that you're playing. I'm playing somewhat clean. I'm using it for like push and compression. But people are mental. They're like, I don't use any pedals. You've got the gain on 10. The thing sounds like a fucking bumblebee swarming around my head. There's no body to the sound. It sounds terrible. But, you know, but the whole thing is like these videos of like, Eddie Van Halen didn't use this or use pedals. Well, there's definitely a Phase 90 on that first record, or I'm hearing things.
Yep. Yeah, right.
You know, I sent you that clip yesterday. That little audio clip. It was literally that one of the amps that I made, just a JCM 800.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah, and it was that and this, the SD1.
I figured.
The SD1, I put the drive way low. That's all it was. You get all these people out there, and I sent it to Howie too, and Howie was like, "Oh my god, that sounds killer! I can't believe that that's the sound. I didn't think you could do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you." Blah blah blah. But that sound, I mean, it's literally just a JCM 800 with a boost pedal in front of it. All these people worrying about, oh, I need something with 6 gain stages. I need this and that. You don't need that much. All you need is 3. Like an 800's got 3. That's it.
Yeah.
I just plugged my guitar.
It's got 4. There you go. You're done.
I plugged my guitar straight into like a 10-ton heavy thing.
Oh my god.
Gang, 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 gang.
That song is surprisingly hard to memorize. We played that last night in my rehearsal because we all learned it. The amount of times that changes is kind of nuts. Like at the intro, it's got a tag on the end of the intro, and then the rest of the song, there are no tags except going into the chorus where it's tagged not once but twice. It's just like, oh my God. It's complicated for the sake of being complicated.
Right.
But that also makes it very fun to play. We'll never play it too loud, but it's so much fun to play.
It's a great tune.
We played it.
Yeah,
right
no, I
after,
think there's
we
so
play
much
Hot for
stuff with.
Teacher as well.
Oh, you did?
Well, yeah, we always do. And so right after that song, I'm on the microphone and I'm like, "Hey, man!" I'm like doing it like David Lee Roth. Starting to hit me like a 2-ton heavy thing, man. It's so stupid.
Oh,
that's good, clean fun, folks. Good, clean fun.
Did you ever hear David Lee Roth talk about, Sammy is saying, why can't this be love? I'm saying, ain't talking about love.
Right.
It's like listening to fucking, what was the comedian's name that did in baseball and in football?
George Carlin.
Thank you. I'm blanking on his name. It's like listening to George Carlin talk, but there's such and he's like, but he gives you that look. You guys ever seen the movie, The Kentucky Fried Movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a look the Asian guy gives when he goes, listen, I don't care. I'm not about the money. I answer to a higher authority. And the guy goes, you'll be killing lots of people. And he's like, that's the look Lee Roth gives. Like when he's like, Hagar's singing like this. I'm singing like, and he's trying to make it like he's such a badass. And all I could think of is fag. You Dr. Smith looking fag. I mean, I'll take women and children first over fair
What's that,
warning.
Google? The show's been canceled? Oh, sorry.
By the way, folks, next week, David Lee Roth in an exclusive.
Yeah, and the exclusive is why are you
How's
gay?
that interview going to start?
Why are you gay?
If we
Why
could get
exactly?
if we could get Bill Mooney to pose with David Lee Roth right now.
I gotta tell you,
Wait,
my
was David Lee
reels.
Roth, he was the one you said supposedly dated like Vanity or something.
Apollonia.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And she said to him,
well, she said to Prince, we don't really date. We just hang out.
Yeah.
We go girlfriend shopping.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing is so I've been getting all these reels in my YouTube feed. And I honestly, it's like, if I was in a band with this guy, I would have killed him. He's annoying as fuck. The second he breathes to talk, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Lee Roth?
Can you talk? Yeah, can you talk normal? Well, everything we got to do this and that. All right.
Yeah, he's
somebody fucking get Sambo out of here from the 30s blaxploitation fucking radio shows. It's like working with Kingfish over here.
Did you ever see
Come
that
on, who the
clown?
clicker?
Did you ever see the Metalocalypse? They based that clown after him.
Oh yeah, Dr. Roxo.
Dr. Roxo
Yeah.
is David Lee Roth.
Yeah,
I
it was
do cocaine.
a clown that used to run around talking about cocaine.
Greg McCurtain, Women and Children over VH1. I think Fair Warning's better than VH1.
But you think David Down is better than Heaven and Hell?
No, I don't.
Why are you gay?
Yeah,
Why are
no.
you-
Dive It Down is not better than Heaven and Hell. I don't think any Van Halen album is better than Heaven and Hell.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because I think Women and Children First is the best Van Halen album. That's 1980. Heaven and Hell's the best album from 80.
What about? Wait a minute. What about OU812?
I eat them
Got a
raw.
lot of, I think Finish What You Started's a great tune, and Black and Blue's a great tune. What else is on that record?
Nothing worth talking about.
No, there's big
now?
hits.
Right now.
No, Right Now's on For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Is it Summer Nights?
No,
it's
Summer
on
Nights is 5150.
All right, so there's another big hit. Finish what you.
When It's Love.
I thought that's on 5150. Oh no, you're right. It is on. It is on. Oh, you wait. Yeah. How will I know when it's? So good. Oh, that's Eat 'Em and Smile, right? Yeah, I think the Lee Roth records were better. The first two were better than the first two Van Halen.
Oh man, the what's the one with Jason Becker on it?
Oh,
Just
enough for me.
Just a little is enough.
A little ain't enough. That the title track is great. The rest of it's really rotten.
You hear the solo to It's Showtime? No.
Well, that's the third album, and I think the third album from Van Halen for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge was a better record.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that song It's Showtime on that Dave Lee Roth album?
Yeah.
That's a killer guitar solo. No.
Oh, he smokes.
Yeah, Jason Becker. Oh
yeah.
My God. What a shame.
Yeah, I know.
What happened to that guy?
Well, I remember right after he did the Dave Lee Roth album, at the end of recording it, he was starting to suffer some effects from it. He had he started suffering it. He got off tour with Cacophony. He came back from Japan. He had like a cramp in his leg or something. He didn't think much of it. Then he found out he had it. But he's still alive. And that was like in 90, 91.
Yeah, 5150, biggest selling Van Halen of all time, but not good.
Is it?
I mean, selling wise, it happened to strike at the right time, and it was very poppy. It was a very poppy record.
Yeah, Why Can't This Be Love is awful from the very beginning to the end.
There's something else on OU812 you guys are forgetting. Let me just look it up. OU812.
What's the one that was Love Comes Walking In?
That's
the first one. Oh, yeah, Feels So Good.
Oh, okay. That was on there. Okay, I would have
Feels So. Yeah, Black and Blue, Sucker, and Finish What You Started, Mine All Mine. But Feels So Good is the one that I remember on the radio all the time too.
So good, so good.
Yeah. So gay, so gay. Yeah,
there's a comedian out there that says that the Sammy Hagar era Van Halen was the Van Halen for the mall crowd.
Right.
That's right. Look at the outfits they were wearing on the 5150 tour.
I'll say this: I like Standing Hampton and 3 Lockbox better than I like 5150 and OU812. I'll take the 2 Sammy solo records.
Do we think that Eddie just got sick of playing guitar, and in his head he was just more interested in playing all the synthy crap?
No, I just had all these ideas in my head, and
I'm sorry. I like the little Nicky Van Halen.
Nicky Van Halen. Oh God!
And
that's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Get in the
I
flask,
came out with 1980. I came out with 1984, and Valerie said, "No, I wanted a bigger selling record. We need more jewelry." And I said, "Valerie, I'm sorry."
Little Eddie.
That is so funny.
Oh God!
That's how he talks, though. It's
really
to me. It sounds like little. If you married Little Nicky with Casey Kasem, that's Eddie Van Halen's voice. He sounds like Shaggy.
This is a bit that's got to carry forward. You're gonna have to remember this one. It's really funny.
But it comes up in my feeds all the time. It's like Lee Roth talking about Van Halen. Yeah. And he's like always it's like, you annoying bitch. Like, just can you talk normal in an interview for once? And he can't. And then they go to Eddie, and Eddie's just always like, well, I had all these ideas, and I'm from the South. The deep South. Why is that funny? That's my favorite. That's my favorite bit. Little Nicky is when he keeps going, "Why is that funny?" And then at the end, he's like, "Oh, I get it."
So stupid. Jack Daniels is freaking awesome.
Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
So stupid. Oh, I love it.
By the way, Little Nicky's one of the most underrated movies ever. It's fucking great. Little Nicky.
Ah, I love the John Lovitz intro. The John Lovitz intro is one of my favorites.
Great. It's great. And Benchwarmers is another movie, folks. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to say this. Citizen Kane, Casablanca, and Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers is great.
And the question is, name 2 movies I'll never watch again and one I could watch over and over. Actually, Citizen Kane's great, but Casablanca is one of those movies where everyone that thinks they like, oh, Casablanca is one of the greatest films of all time. Really? How come I can't get through it? How come I can't make myself? Yeah. Oh, that's what they want you to think. Like, oh, right. I know movies. Oh, you know movies, do you? Yeah, it's like The Godfather. Godfather's a great movie. It's a little long in the front, but I could watch it all day. Godfather 2, I'm not that big of a fan of.
I like, all right, build us a stadium. You've got 24 hours. Keep it under $1 billion. It's all I've got. On
Is that John Lovitz?
He goes, on me. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's John Lovitz. John Lovitz has a couple of lines that I quote constantly. I also like ooh, Mrs. Dunleavy, why don't you get out of those itchy clothes?
Oh, yeah, in the tree.
Some sweats. It's like, what?
Oh, wedding singer. Can you do this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, he's great. Lovitz is great. I'm trying to think of what's on side 2. First of all, like that album, Diver Down itself is terrible. I call it a terrible album when you put 3 or 4 songs on a record and everyone thinks it's great. Yeah, Little Guitars, I don't care for. Little Guitars is like, I feel like Van Halen was jamming on Won't Get Fooled Again. And he's like, why don't I take this section I transferred to the guitar and make a song out of it? Dancing in the Streets is just terrible. Honestly, Secrets, Hang 'em High, and The Full Bug. That's it. That's the record to me.
Not even Big Bad Will is Sweet William now.
It's more of on the Cooling Island on a swim night. You know, could this be magic? Which I think is brilliant. Big Bad Will is like Big Bad Bill is Sweet William now is them doing the Queen thing of like bring back that Leroy Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was good. And then Happy Trails. It's like, which is why I was very welcoming to 1984 because I didn't mind Jump. I thought, okay, this is Eddie really trying to play keys. The songs I hated on that record were Panama and Hot for Teacher because I think Hot for Teacher is just LaGrange. But Girl Gone Bad, and I don't really care for House of Pain, I don't care of either. But I love I'll Wait.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I love Top Jimmy.
Yeah.
I love Drop Dead Legs. I love Girl Gone Bad. Van Halen 2 is a fantastic record. I think there isn't a bad song on that album. Although I think the weakest track is DOA because I just am bored with it. But I do think it's still a good song. They found a dirty-faced kid in a garbage can.
Huh.
Yeah. Top Jimmy and the Rhythm Pigs. Top Jimmy cooks. Top Jimmy swings. He's got... Yeah, I mean, it's enough Van Halen talk because that's all they do on this internet, on YouTube, is everyone talks about Van Halen.
Oh,
but nobody talks about him more than himself.
You know that dude that wrote the book? What the hell's the guy's name? Steve Rosen or whatever?
Yeah. He was supposed to come on the show, but then didn't.
He hit me up on LinkedIn. And I'm like,
oh, he did?
Yeah, but it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The guy hits me up on LinkedIn and I'm like, hey, how are you? And he's like, I was, here's my pitch on me writing this Eddie Van Halen book. And he goes, I wonder if you could I wonder if you could share all of this information with all of your friends and your industry people.
No.
I'm like, no, go away.
No.
Nobody gives a shit.
That's what I pretty
anymore.
much said. I said, no, I'm good.
Yeah, but
He didn't even ask me like,
cares.
you know, hey, I want a partner on this or that. He just literally comes to me and is like, I wrote this book. I want you to promote it to all of your friends. I'm like, oh, I don't even fucking know you.
Yeah.
Who are you? Yeah. I think he's a dingleberry.
Oh, yeah.
As far as that goes, a guy like that who claims all this, you know, this and that, it's like, I'd like to see the proof.
Yeah, well, when he was on Johnny Bean's show, I said something in the chat when they were interviewing him on the phone. He said something about being backstage with Ingve at the US Festival, and I fucking called him out on it. And
Yeah,
like,
because he wasn't
at the US Festival. And you go, oh, I must be getting my years mixed up. You're like a year off from his debut album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know, but my
really?
whole point is he's really into the fandom of it all. You know what I mean?
Cool,
And
I was hanging
that
out with so-and-so, blah, blah,
anyone
blah.
that would, I mean, maybe he watched my show and was like, didn't have the balls to come on after he sees that. I don't give a fuck about fandom. Like, it's the most nothing thing to me. I just don't care. Like, if someone's a good guy, then they're a great guy. Like, I mean, I was very friendly with Randy Piper from Wasp. I couldn't listen to Wasp if you put a fucking gun to my head. Never listened to them. But I was friendly with Randy. He was a great guy. You know? But I don't care about his band or anything like that. I mean, he probably would have liked it if I said, hey, I really liked your stuff, but I didn't.
And by the way, next week on the show will be Randy Piper from Wasp.
Yeah, I could probably get. I'd have to make a few calls to find out where Randy is, but I could probably get him on the show. He's a great guy. I love Randy.
I love Wasp.
Randy's a straight talking, no bullshit dude. He's a good shit.
Here's a couple of guys I could probably get on your show if you want to tank your own show. Ready?
No, I don't want to tank it.
We'll get you the guy from Dangerous Toys.
What about Jeff Tate when you go tomorrow night? Go, Jeff.
I don't remember the guy's name, but I'm going to get to that guy from Dangerous Toys.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, I want you to be on my friend's show. He calls you the Ethel Merman of heavy metal.
Exactly.
That's fucking great. But he may laugh his ass off on that and say, yeah.
It's so funny. It's a great bit. I referred to Jeff Tate as the Ethel Merman of heavy metal to the guy that owns Bad Cat, to John Thompson.
Yeah.
John's, he's 59 years old and he completely got it. And he himself. He thought it was very funny. And
we used to say that back in the day where I used to play in a metal band.
By the way.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, we used to say that back in like 86 when Rage for Order came out. And he came out, what you say? I'm like, this guy's the fucking heavy metal Ethel Merman.
So funny.
But you know why it was fresh in my mind is because Ethel Merman had just done Airplane 2, I think it was. Remember Airplane 2, Krell?
Yep.
And she was like, starting now. She comes like,
what's
wrong? What's this guy's problem? He thinks he's Ethel Merman, but it was Ethel Merman.
That was the first one. That was the first one.
Oh, is that the first one? Yeah. I thought that was the second one. Okay, it's the first one.
Everything's coming up roses.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Won't you hear it coming?
Yeah, we should get George Lynch on here.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love to be here.
Oh, yeah. But we would have to bring in Tony Fuentes.
What if it was George and Tony and we played Who Played It Better?
Ooh. We blank out their screens. We have them both set up with guitars.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you right now, you're not going to know the difference. You won't know the difference. Both are going to sound like Tourette's.
I think George's will sound worse because he's going to try and play with cleaner tone. And he's probably going to try and play it. He'll try and play it with his finger. I don't know if you've seen any of the recent George Lynch thinks he's a blues man.
Oh my God. You've never, I mean, honestly, the worst blues I've ever heard in my life was that blues thing that's on Starfleet with Eddie Van Halen and
Blues Breaker.
It pissed Clapton off. He was like, he thought they were making fun of him. He was like, it's so bad. And he didn't realize they were like, they were being serious with it. But then, when you see George Lynch and what's the black guy's name? Not T.M. Stevens, but
the guy with the cowboy hat, Larry
Mitchell.
Larry Mitchell.
Larry Mitchell.
Yeah.
Larry Miller.
Larry Miller's a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually supposed to play George on Seinfeld, but then they went
He
with
does have the balding.
Yeah, and he plays the doorman in one of the buildings. Oh, am I too good to talk to a doorman? Larry Mitchell, there's a video where those two are playing blues, and I'm telling you, the look on Larry Mitchell's face when George Lynch is playing is all you have to know. Because he's looking at him like the woman in the Kentucky Fried Movie when she goes, "Did a cow shit in here?" You know, that look of like, what stinks? The shit sandwich look. And he's just looking at George Lynch going, what the fuck is this guy playing?
Have you seen that clip going around where it's Chuck Berry looking at Yoko Ono like
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen that thing that was on
classic.
What was that show that was on? Was that Mike Douglas show?
I think so, something like that.
Oh, yeah. She starts screaming, and he's like, what the fuck am I gotten myself into?
He
John,
looked like he wanted to kill someone, man.
look, you know that's how fucking much in love John was with her, that he doesn't even blink an eye. He's just playing along, and she's screaming back there like she's fucking conquering Colonel Mustard. She's screaming like fucking Pocahontas, like Pocahooka. Thank you.
Can you play that video I put in our private chat?
Oh, what is this video?
From Airplane.
It's the Ethel Merman from Airplane.
Oh no, I can't put it in the video. They'll shut me down.
You put everything else.
Yeah, the Zucker brothers.
I have to go in afterwards. They shut it down after like a day later, and then I got to go in and cut it out. You don't notice that, but that's
Zucker brothers and the estate of Ethel Merman will sue you.
Yeah.
Why are they gay?
Why are they?
You know, Porky's the guy who played Porky is also in the movie Better Off Dead.
Plays the boss. Yeah.
He's got my favorite line when he's like, "I'm going to activate your dental plan."
That's one of the movies I bought on Vudu. That's
Actually,
a must
I
have.
actually saw that in the theater.
I'm trying to think who else would be good to have on the show that I mean, like, I'm trying to think of guitar, like, there's nothing bad, and again, you could say about Paul Gilbert. Great player.
He's awesome.
Great musician. Seems like a great down-to-earth guy.
He seems like a great guy, doesn't he?
I think he seems like he's on the spectrum.
Maybe.
I think Paul's a little
still, yeah, but still, you know, it's just, but he's not out there going, well, not the David Lee Roth douchery. It's just really bothered me this week because it comes up every day. There's a new one in my feed, and I click on it. I'm like, this guy, I'd have fucking killed him.
I've noticed that as Paul Gilbert gets older, he gets closer and closer to like an American Sean Connery. Like, you know, some people like in their voices, you know, they're eshish. They have more sh in their eshish, you know, the Sean Connery eshish, you know. You listen to Paul Gilbert and he's got that real s to his voice.
Oh, really? That, you know what causes that usually is a plate. If somebody has a denture.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
It usually sits right above their tongue, and because we used to say it all the time when I worked at a restaurant, when the old ladies would go, "I'll have a shallot." I'm like, I got a woman with a plate at this table. She's got a fucking dentures. She wants a shallot.
That's funny. Maybe there's
there's
something to that. But you got to come up with a good Paul Gilbert impression.
It began with a bleeding S. Oh, I love Sean Connery though. He's great. Good speed.
I wonder if Paul Gilbert ever said, "Hey, Pat Torpy, get in the flask."
That's what he says. That's what Eddie says to David Lee Roth. David, we're going to go on tour again. Get in the flask. No, I want to do fucking just a gigolo. Get in the flask, or you're out of the band.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
You know, Little Nicky, when they're trying to get him in the... What's the brother's name in Little Nicky?
Adrian, get in the flask.
Adrian. Oh.
Well, you know, you can get Little Nicky for $5 on Vudu.
Oh, I love that
There you
film.
go. Shit.
Oh, my God. David, get in the flask. We're going back on the road. I want to do just a gigolo, maybe put a band. No, get in the flask.
Oh, my God.
I'm sending you back to hell on the road.
What was his other brother's name? What was Tiny Lester?
Oh, Julian?
Was it? That doesn't seem
I love
right.
Tiny.
Let me look this up.
That's all I can think of is Julian.
You might be right. I don't know. Where is he? Come on, Tiny. Cassius.
Oh, Cassius.
Cassius.
You know who he said the greatest? I saw a clip of him. He was talking about who the greatest person he thought was. He thought John Candy was the greatest guy.
Who? Sandler?
Tiny.
Oh,
Tiny.
He was in
Really?
He used to work when I worked at Gold's. He was there every day. He used to invite me over to shoot pool. He's a super nice guy. And one day I walked up to him and I went, "Dooley!" because he's screaming at John Candy and Armed and Dangerous.
Oh, funny.
He told me, he goes, "Oh, I love that movie." He's like, you know, the Eugene Levy character was supposed to be Tom Hanks, but he took on another movie, so he couldn't do it. And John Candy got Eugene Levy the role. I'm like, it's one of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
Oh, outstanding.
Is that the one where they go to Canada?
No.
Canadian
They're
Bacon?
security guards.
Okay. Yeah, I got to see that one again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Is
Meg
Canadian
Eugene
Bacon
Levy
Bacon's
walks up
one
to
with
these
Rhea
guys
Perlman
robbing-
in it?
Oh, Canadian
No,
Bacon,
that's
yeah.
Canadian Bacon.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what he just said, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But in Armed and Dangerous, he's a security guard, and these guys are robbing the pharmacy, and they're all wearing ski masks. And Eugene Levy walks up to them and goes, "Ski masks, gentlemen? Listen, I got news for you. It's not that cold out." They're like, "You can't be this stupid." He goes, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe." The fucking movie's gold.
Yeah.
Armed and Dangerous is one of my favorites.
I love that fucking movie.
Oh, it's great.
When John Candy voices over the conversation at the freaking
With the Landis, with the two girls there. Oh, it's fucking
Chuck
great.
Randy was fucking awesome.
I didn't know this was going to be a formal party. I would have worn underwear. The chick says that. Why don't you hang out with some real cops? That's RL's favorite line from it. Why don't you hang out with some real cops? Oh, you messaged RL the other day. We were in
Yeah, he sent me a
walking
message.
around
You guys
Costco.
were in Costco. Probably buying some English cheddar.
I already had the cheddar. So we actually went there to pick up some eggs, bacon, and fillets. And then we ended up picking up this sausage. It's like already cooked. You can eat it cold or reheat it. Zero carbs, zero anything bad in it. And it's great.
Which one are you talking about?
They're like these thin, long, like links.
Oh, yeah, I don't know those. He got me on one that I just didn't like. It was like
The
something like-
sausage?
yeah, it was like a breakfast sausages.
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
all
he
about.
stopped those now, though. He was
I did
telling
not
me.
care for them. I tried them once, and I was like, these are not good tasting.
Yeah.
I've upped my fat intake game, though. This is my coffee. I've started putting that English cheddar just in the coffee.
Really?
Graduated. No.
Oh. You know what's funny is RL's very much like me, where he could eat the same thing every day and doesn't care.
Yeah.
Because he's here and he's like, yeah, I just have eggs today and bacon. Meanwhile, I'm making burgers, steaks, chicken.
Yeah.
I guess when he's home, he says, but he's like just as
I'm still a big fan of the thick cut Costco bacon. That is such a good move.
Oh, it's a good bacon. It's good. It just depends on my mood. Sometimes I like the thinner. But RL was very impressed
you
with
like
the
the Jakey-
consistency of my bacon.
You like the Jakey Lee bacon?
Thinner. Unreal. Eddie Van Halen jammed with Simon and Garfunkel. I saw Paul Simon the other day on like a YouTube short. And what do they call shorts? Is it reels? I don't even know what the fuck to call it.
On YouTube, I think they're shorts. They're real.
Oh, shorts. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was him and Edie Brickell singing some song together. And honestly, it looked like a father-daughter thing. No, I know they're husband and wife, and they've probably been happy together for 30 years already. Probably, it's probably been that long. And it's so funny. When I heard her voice, it reminds me of that Shooting Rubber Bands album from Edie Brickell and the New Book. That was a great record.
Yeah.
I didn't like the hit song on it. I can't tell you
What I Am.
What I want.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, but the whole album was good. When the song came out, I bought the CD, and you listen to the CD over and over again. You don't hear it like every day like you would on the radio. I thought it was good. But watching them today, it looked like a father-daughter video. She looks still pretty good. Like she's older than me. She looked younger than me, I think. She looked like, I would say she would look like she was cornering 50. She's probably 58 if I had to guess.
You know who's still smoking hot? That the singer from the Bangles.
She's 58.
That's what I said. She's probably
Susanna Hoff.
Yeah.
No, I'm confirming.
She's 61 and she's fucking smoking hot.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a good-looking woman.
By the way, is there a worse actor out there than Alan Covert?
Oh, how dare you!
I love Alan
How
Covert.
dare
but man,
you?
that guy can't.
He's the greatest. If anyone's wondering in the chat, can Alan Covert be the star of a movie? Let me introduce you to Grandma's Boy. That movie's fantastic.
We saw The Wedding Singer, and with the Michael Jackson jacket, the glove, driving the limousine, and the curly mullet. That's my friend Dave Brownell.
That's Joey Silvera.
It's like we saw that movie, and hey, it's Dave.
That's funny. I think he's funny. Don't get me wrong, but he's a terrible actor.
When he's bald and Little Nicky, why is that funny? When he's like, when the dog's sleeping. What's the dog's Mr.
Oh, what is the dog's name?
Mr. He's kind of like you. He's sleeping and he's like, la 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 la. And he's like, that's the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
I got to put Mikey in the bed. I'll be right back.
What the hell's his name?
The dog?
Yeah, hold on, I'll find it right now. Dog. Little Nicky. Mr. Beefy.
Oh, Mr. Beefy. That's so funny. Grandma's Boy is very funny.
Yeah.
You know who might be a worse actor? I'll give you one who is a similar sort of a thing, but a worse actor in the Kevin Smith movies. That the guy that always plays the lead in the Kevin Smith movies.
Oh, he's only good in Clerks. No. I know
Dante, the guy who played Dante.
What's his name?
Yeah,
he's horrendous in the later ones. He's in like Mallrats, I think.
Yeah, what is his name? Let's see. It's kind of unbelievable how bad of an actor he really is. Oh, his name's Brian O'Halloran.
Oh, yeah, Brian O'Halloran's 100% right. Yeah, he's terrible. Agreed, he's horrendous. Covert's... I love Covert.
I wonder if Brian O'Halloran's been in any movies outside of a Kevin Smith movie.
No way.
No.
He couldn't be, right? Nobody would hire that guy.
In the first sequel, the other guy there, the guy that talks all the time, friggin', I can't remember his name there.
Jay.
No, not Jay. His other part, Dante's partner.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, anyways, when they're at the burger joint, working at burger joint, and he goes on his racist rant with Porch Monkey.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember.
I gotta tell you, like, I thought Mallrats was Kevin. I'm not a big Kevin Smith fan.
I don't think that his movies really.
Dogma was good. I like Dogma.
They didn't
I
really
thought Mallrats
transcend.
was
They didn't really transcend time at all. Like, you don't think like it. I never.
Okay,
I never think, oh, I'm gonna go watch Clerks again. You know what I mean?
right. And I'll tell you right now, you could take the best of whatever he did. It's not as good as Superbad.
Oh, for sure. Super bad.
And that's
Right. I like
Apatow,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you look at Anchorman. What else did Apatow? And Apatow's movies are way better.
I wish he'd stop putting his wife in it, though.
She's not in every one of them. She was in a few, like the 40-Year-Old Virgin she's in.
I don't have a problem with
she's
her.
in
It's funny enough. Leslie Mann.
Leslie Mann, yeah.
She's all right.
Yeah.
No, it gets aggravating after a while. You know, especially when she's a lot of times she's the it girl. I mean, she's attractive, but she's not. I don't think should be.
You know why he puts her in those movies?
It's his wife.
Because divorce is expensive.
Right.
So
And she's earning an
Superbad.
income.
He did Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Bridesmaids,
Oh, Bridesmaids is awesome.
40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up. Yeah, he did a ton of stuff that's funny.
He didn't do Anchorman, though? Oh, that was Adam.
Oh no, he did Anchorman. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I don't know if he was the director of all of these or the writer or whatever, but
I think he's
got
the
a long
producer.
list of credits, and all of the credits that he has is stuff that we like.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think Leslie Mann's in a couple of the bad ones, but like Knocked Up, I think she's in, and
Yeah.
40-Year-Old Virgin, which I thought 40-Year-Old Virgin was okay. Not great.
Dante's partner is named Randall, by the way.
Oh, in Clerks 2, not the first
Clerks,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Who's watching? I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes of Clerks 2.
Clerks
Yeah, well,
too?
Yeah.
It's awful.
You know what? It isn't that great, but I mean, there's some. I mean, I just posted a scene in the chat.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember Clerks too.
Best actor ever is Chaka from the original Land of the Lost. I believe, Elroy, that actor was be named Phil Paley.
Philip Bailey.
I believe Philip Paley, who's also in the opening scene of Ghostbusters.
Is also in Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, that's Philip Bailey. Oh yeah, what was who? So what's his name? 60% of the time it works every
Sex
time.
Panther.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Sex
He did a bunch of movies that were all good. I mean, fucking what was the
Role Models, first of all.
That's
is
the
incredible.
greatest.
Oh yeah.
That's the greatest. Role Models, I Love You Man was good.
I like him as Kunu in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, he's good. He's great. He was also in Clueless.
Oh yeah.
That was
Oh
a
yeah.
long time ago.
That's
I think that's like his first role.
yeah, it might be. Yeah,
He's in a video
very
game
funny.
ad.
He's very funny. What else has he been in? Let's see. Paul Rudd. We're gonna find a bunch of bad stuff that he did.
You know, he's really good friends with Geddy Lee now.
He was in Ant-Man.
John Bingham. I wish.
No, Paul Rudd is good friends with Geddy Lee.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Because of that I Love You Man movie.
He did. Let's see, Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that crap. That's not
The
my
Marvel
cup of
stuff
tea.
is awful.
How
All
about
the
Not all of
Marvel
it.
stuff.
Not all of it.
Afterlife?
I think Iron Man was great. And,
Ragnarok
the
was
first
all right.
Avengers and Ragnarok was good. Yep.
Ragnarok's all right.
Those
But
three.
a lot of them are just, they're too long.
Hmm.
They're too fucking long.
My favorite is Iron Man, though.
Let's see. What is his first movie?
There's a movie coming out. It's coming out this month. It looks interesting about a deaf kid that gets like superpowers. I heard H. John Benjamin on the commercial. I'm like, oh, I'd go see that. It's rare when I'd go see a movie from a commercial.
I like H. John. I think that's his name, right? H. John Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think if that's the same guy I'm thinking of.
He was
Hey, he's the voice on Bob's Burgers.
in Archer.
Oh, right. Yeah, different.
Yeah, he's Archer. And he used to be the he was on Family Guy. He was the like the comic book guy in Family Guy. They know the 7-Eleven guy, whatever it is. Got a great voice.
I'm trying to think. Oh, the guy I'm thinking of is somebody different. Did you guys watch the movie The Other Guys?
Yes.
I love The Other
that's
Guys.
Will Ferrell and
Brilliant.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg.
yeah, I think I've seen it. I can't remember. Is that
I'm
where
thinking
Sam
of
Jackson jumps off the roof with
Brett Gelman.
the?
You guys know Brett
No, The
Gelman?
Rock does.
Oh, is it the? Oh, The Rock does. That's it. Yeah, the actors jump off the roof and get killed.
California, May 11th and 12th for halfway to Halloween.
Oh my God.
Order your professional photo op with me in the 2003 Leatherface outfit.
He's out of his mind. My buddy just sent me Andy Bronowski's reel on
It doesn't really translate to the screen.
yeah, you can't see it.
Isn't Andy Bernarski
Anyways.
the guy that did the Jason movie or whatever?
Leatherface.
Oh, yeah.
The
He's also
Fall
been-
Guy movie's coming out. What was the movie, Joe, that's coming out that H. John Benjamin? It's about a deaf kid that gets superpowers.
I have no what the fuck idea you're talking about.
Boy Kills World.
Okay.
It says 223 film, but I think it hasn't come out yet. Yeah. Bill Skarsgård, H. John Benjamin. Ooh, Famke Jensen is in it.
Oh, where's she been lately? Nobody cares.
She was in a movie that was so awful that I saw. I couldn't believe she was in it. It was like a movie about goddesses and gods, and they had a blue. I can't even describe the movie. I was so embarrassed that I saw it. But I was like, "What the hell?" It's called Boy Kills World. It's coming out the 25th.
Yeah, I just saw the trailer for that like a week ago. It looks good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does
that
look
woman
good.
she was the mom in Taken.
Famke Janssen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's also in.
She's
The
Phoenix
X-Men.
from X-Men.
Yeah, she's
Jean Grey.
Phoenix.
Did you, Dave? Have you ever
Jean.
seen a movie called the Turbo Kid?
No.
Go on Prime and watch it. I watched it the other night.
I'm your turbo kid.
Can we appreciate any movie that has Michael Ironside as the villain in a post-apocalyptic world?
It's every movie.
Yeah.
Total
But this is an
Recall.
old. It's from a few years ago. It's like 2017.
Yeah, I'd love to see who pitched that movie. It's a dystopian future, and Michael Ironside's the bad guy. That's every movie from 1985 to 95.
Michael Ironside is great in Community. He has a cameo in one episode.
Oh, he does?
He's just fantastic.
He's great.
Yeah, I like Michael Ironside.
Scanners.
Is it better than John Voight's cameo in Seinfeld, where he just savagely bites Kramer's arm?
That's right.
Fucking great.
You
How do
know
you
John
pitch it?
Voight?
Hey,
Of course
let's
I
go.
know him. I went to dental school with him.
Here's a really, really underrated yet also probably appropriately rated movie. Major Pain.
Oh, that's
geez.
horrendous.
Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans.
It is
Awful.
so fucking funny.
Cringeworthy.
It's so
I
funny.
love them both, Christopher Valdez. I love them
I'm
both.
absolutely pissing my pants in that movie.
Horrendous.
He You like the way I treat them white boys, do you? So
Let me tell you what the name of this movie was, and I'm sure, Joe, you know what this movie was. Knights of the Zodiac.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Is it based on Zodiac Killer?
What? No. What the hell is this? Hansel and Gretel, witch hunters.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah,
a few
it
years
was,
ago. Yeah.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
Franken-
and Angeline Jolie, I think, is the other one.
No, it's Peter Stormare's in it.
Yeah. Who plays Gretel?
Gemma Arterton.
Ooh.
Hansel? Gretel?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not
Black
Angeline
Christmas?
Jolie.
Never heard of it.
With the original or the remake? The remake
Yeah.
was shit. The original's awesome.
The question, Cheech, is have you ever seen the episode of The Godfather 2? Like Godfather 1 on SCTV with the Godfather's Guy Caballero?
Al Caballero. It's fucking awesome.
I'll make him an offer he might be interested in.
He
That's my
died.
favorite line.
He died a couple of weeks ago,
I
unfortunately.
know,
is a
Joe
good line.
Flaherty.
He was
Oh,
fucking
he's great. He's like, Godfather, I need this role. I need this. He goes, don't worry about it. I'll make him an offer. I think he might be reasonably interested in. And then Guy Caballero gets shot with like 100 bullet holes, and he's in the hospital, and he's like, I think I'm going to pull through, and he's drinking water. It's just spraying everywhere. It's so stupid. It's gold.
Did you remember the night that they did what was like they did a spoof on the Who Shot JR with him, and it was like the whole SCTV that night was just based around that. It never resolves, but it was great.
Right. SCTV was so good back in the day.
Best.
Yeah, the Christopher
Fucking
Cross. The Christopher Cross one.
Oh, yeah,
and,
Rick, no, it was
Rick
Mike
Moranis.
McDonald with Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
They just, everything they did was
fun.
funny.
Does it react? It doesn't react.
You know,
Does it do devil horns?
You
How
gotta,
about this one?
You got to do two, I think.
Are you going to do two?
Yeah, well,
There it goes.
Would you look at that?
Just like Rob Halford at the beginning of the show. All lasers.
How did nobody see? Every time somebody mentions Rob Halford, all I can say is, how could nobody see? Come on.
hell
Come on.
bent for leather.
Penetrator.
Grinder app.
I'm your turbo lover.
Oh my God. Devil's Child. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's gay, like him and the other one there, Freddie Mercury, I don't care. Like that part does. The fact that nobody knew and everyone's like, oh man, we got to get these leather duds that everybody's wearing at a leather bar in Germany who's gay.
That was cool.
Oh, Bobby Vittman. I was Vittman or Bittman. I thought it was Bobby Bittman.
3D House of Beef.
Bobby Bickner.
Yeah, Count Floyd.
Oh, that was great in 3D. Yeah.
I feel like I might need a Costco trip tomorrow.
You're gonna do a Costco
How much
trip?
money I get spend there. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah,
Killing me.
Costco's one of those things. It's the best. Here we have a place also called BJ's, and sometimes I'll go to BJ's because you can get in and out quicker. But sometimes Costco, the lines take forever. And also, like, I can get, similar things. Sometimes it's cheaper. Sometimes the sirloins are cheaper at BJ's. But
the BJ's are cheaper at Costco. Ew.
I saw that coming. Oh my God.
That's right.
And
Either way, you're going to find a lot of Asians at both. Have you guys, and this is not there's like an Asian channel on YouTube, and these guys and all they have like Asian women come on, and they always laugh about like how the Asians love Costco. They love buying in bulk.
Is that a thing?
I guess so. But since they mentioned it, now I'm always taking the thing down the thing going, oh yeah, look, there's it. And I'm pointing. No, I'm kidding. I'm not pointing, but
when you're at Costco, do you meander down the middle of the aisles and then randomly stop so you can?
No, you know exactly who does that.
Your mother?
The Asians.
I was going to say also your mother.
No, she doesn't even go to the store with it. She would have to go with me.
Every time I'm at Costco, there's just it's like a tour bus full of old people just got dropped off there, and none of them have any spatial awareness about themselves.
No. And if you look, they always have like 5 things of paper towels, and these paper towels will last you a month. You know they're hoarding them at their house.
In one room.
Oh, we need paper towels. I'm sure you don't.
How many diapers do they buy?
I just rush right down. In fact, RL was like, when I went with RL, he was like, "What the hell's your bloody rush? Let's go up and down every aisle. I like to look."
Oh God.
He wanted to hit every aisle. I'm like, I just
That
go to
sounds
the meat,
terrible.
the eggs, the chicken, the butter, and I'm out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What do you think about buying some diapers at Costco for those long road trips?
No.
Just
So
like
you can
that
just shit
female
your pants while
astronaut.
you're driving?
Yeah, I'm ready for
just
that.
that
point in my
female
life.
astronaut that went chasing after that guy.
I tell you, like, honestly, if I were to go on a driving trip, it would be awesome because I don't think I'd be stopping to go to the bathroom all that much. I think I go like once every other day now.
What was the name of that case? The
RL's going
Banbury's-
like once every 6 days.
That doesn't sound healthy.
It is.
Neil Banbury is bringing up Bob and Doug McKenzie singing "Take Off" with Geddy Lee.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
off to the great white north. Take off. It's a beauty way to go.
Oh, yeah. And Dave Thomas's brother, Ian Thomas, wrote the Santana tune, "Hold On, Nothing's the Same. Tell me why I feel this way." He was a big singer in Canada. Cheech would know who he is. Ian
Dave
Thomas.
Thomas was on that TV show. You remember Grace Under Pressure or Grace Under Fire in the 90s?
Oh,
Oh, Brett Butler.
What's her name?
Brett
Something
Brett Butler.
Brett Butler. Yeah, yeah. And he was also the guy that invented the square hamburger. By the way.
that's a different Dave Thomas.
Oh, I thought there was only one.
That
It
was
could
a
be only
Dave
one.
Thomas that used to work for KFC.
Is that right? Is there a connection between those?
Oh yeah, he made KFC huge. He was the one that was in charge of it and made it when they became big in the 70s. And then the money he got from it, he started Wendy's.
Huh.
Yeah, he was the one that got.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I think KFC at the time was like just the colonel going around trying to sell the recipe or sell chicken.
Okay.
Yep. I tell you,
bought it.
Kentucky Fried Chicken in the 70s was the bomb.
Yeah, when they cooked it in
just
lard.
got worse and worse and worse, and got greasier too.
Well, they cook it in lard, and lard cooks again. Like, so I made RL today a flat chicken breast that I dip in an egg wash, but the egg wash has heavy cream, and then it's got the pork rind crumbs, and then I fried in bacon fat. RL was like, "This is fantastic! It's so crispy and good." I'm like, "Yeah, that's where your Kentucky Fried Chicken fucked up. When they stopped cooking in lard, the oil doesn't give that crisp to it. It makes it soggy."
Huh. I can't tell you the last time I was at KFC.
Yeah, they suck. I am.
Oh, horrible. Yeah, I mean, I don't eat that kind of food anymore. I wouldn't eat any fast food. I mean, I'll eat a burger. I'll go to McDonald's and get a.
What about
You know what? RL loves going to In-N-Out, and he likes going to heavy-handed.
In-N-Out's pricing me out, man. Like
Really?
Oh yeah, you used to be able to do the whatever they call them, the Flying Dutchman, where it'd be like 2 burgers and 2 pieces of cheese, right? That's all it was.
How
It was
much?
Just the meat and cheese. Well, it used to be reasonable. It was like $3 a piece or something. Now it's like $5.99 a piece.
Yeah. So
And
you go to
RL's like,
McDonald's and
I go and get 4 of them, and I'm like, you're out of your mind.
You can go to McDonald's and get a quarter pounder beef for $1.50.
Not here. It's easily
Yeah.
twice that here.
Now, is that on sale or?
That's
special?
McDonald's.
That's their regular price for. A quarter
Yeah, if you get
pounder
just the
piece?
meat, just the meat.
Just the meat. Oh, okay.
How much is
Yeah,
it at
that's 'cause-
McDowell's?
And then you move up to the salad guy, and that's when the money comes in.
So how much do they charge with the bread?
Well, they give him the bread, the mustard, the lettuce. Yeah, it's like $1.50 without the cheese. Just
the burger.
Yeah. Well, your blood is thickening from the oil that they put it in. That's about it. Because I make chicken all the time in bacon fat, fried in bacon fat. It's the best. Absolute best. That would do the opposite for your blood. It cleans your blood.
The best.
Best, Jerry. The best.
Everything they've taught you about food has been a lie. I'll say that. I was talking to this guy the other day. He was getting all fucking ways of mad at me. And he's mad at me because I'm telling him things that he's been told the opposite his whole life. But I'm like, you don't find it bizarre that 1 in 3 people are obese, 1 in 3 people are getting type 2 diabetes, and 1 in 3 people get heart attacks? You don't find that fucking concerning, considering that started since they've taken over and taught you all this stuff about food? How is it that they can tell you about what's not healthy so you cut down on it and then the disease gets more? In what situation does that happen?
I think the amazing thing, though, is the people like that, like when they get angry, like, why are you... Is there something in the programming that made you like a...
Oh, it goes against people's sensibility. They get mad because they're like, oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're saying pizza... He was like, you're saying pizza's terrible for you? I said, most of the time pizzas use oil in the making of oil. In the bread, in the crust, and they use it in the sauce. And I'm like, and that shit's poison.
Well, not if it's olive oil.
No, but who's using
it's always olive oil? It's always that shitty orange fucking shit.
It's crap. And I'm just like, and so
very eloquent.
It's fucking clean. What's that?
I was just picking on Joe. He said something very eloquent.
What? It's fucking orange?
He goes, it's always that shitty fucking orange shit.
Yes, it is. It's always shitty oil. And so, yeah, it's poison. And they sit there and tell you, here's what's fucked up. You go look at a bottle of Wesson oil, it will say heart healthy food.
Right.
But then on the heart, it'll have the Heart Association symbol on it.
Yeah, fuck that.
But then the Heart Association will say, don't eat fried food. How can this be heart healthy, but it's not heart healthy if I fry something in it?
And it's only for frying.
That's exactly right. And if you understand about saturated fat and all the vitamins in animal fat, I'll tell you it's healthy, and frying anything in is great and much better for you. And when we were kids and they were frying Kentucky Fried Chicken in fucking bacon fat or lard.
Yeah. You know what the worst food product?
We didn't have a million fat fucking little kids running around depressed thinking they were women, or the women thinking they were boys. You didn't have the depression. You don't have all these people. Oh, they're on the free. What are they? These people that are all like, what do you call it? Autistic.
The spectrum.
All the kids on the spectrum. All the kids who were depressed. They're all this. They're all that. They're not getting anything. They're getting zero. We are malnourishing a country. Nobody's getting any nutrition.
You know what the worst food product is?
Sugar.
The butter oil you get at the friggin' movie theater. That's not even butter. It's just
that's oil.
Soybean oil.
Right. Hydrogenated oil. Yeah.
Yeah. It's poison. I don't think it's hydrogenated. I just think it's oil. Because if it was hydrogenated, it would be. Oh, maybe it is because they do serve it warm.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, yeah, because if it's cold, it'll harden like butter. Yeah. That's what hydrogenated is. It makes it so it's yeah, they're giving the kids no chance. You know what I mean? And then they feed all these kids, oh, you got to eat tons of fruits and vegetables. I don't eat any. And I never felt better.
According to the movie theater, butter has no butter in it. What it is partially hydrogenated soybean oil, beta carotene for coloring, tertiary beauty hydrocarbon queen, not going to work here anymore anyway,
Right.
and some other preservative called TBHQ. Oh no, that's what that tertiary butyl hydro.
Right. All that shit is just pure poison. And they
Yeah.
say to you, they give you that because it's healthier for you than butter. Bullshit.
How about this one? It
People
also
were eating
has
butter for thousands of years before 1900, before the invention of hydrogenated oil. And nobody ever got type 2 diabetes. There was no heart attacks.
This is a good one. It's a long, hard one to say. It also has polydimethyl siloxane in it. Polydimethyl siloxane. Say that 10 times.
Sounds like a death metal band.
Sounds like lung cancer and a fucking
popcorn lung.
That's a song. Sounds like a song by Sirith Ungol.
No, it's healthy. Don't use animal products.
Right, exactly.
This is vegetarian. This is vegetarian.
Fuck
it only
that.
has 14 chemicals in it.
Yeah, it's all chemical. Yeah, it's all crap. All crap. Folks, it's been a year and a half now that I have been carnivore. No fruits, no vegetables, no grains, meat, beef, eggs, chicken, and butter, and cheese.
Plenty of cock.
And coffee.
Yeah, I do have coffee, black coffee. Sometimes I put butter in my coffee. But since then, I mean, I don't take any meds. I'm off all meds. My weight, my body fat's super low. My weight is probably like a $180, $183 tops. My waist is a 30, 31. I wear a 31, but I do that more to get my legs and ass in it. At 56.
They say DL doesn't eat fruit. DL is the fruit.
Hello, Frisco.
Can you eat?
The Randy Marsh bit?
Can you eat?
Bono didn't take the biggest number 2. He is number.
Oh, it's the best. Randy Marsh is my favorite on the show. We got to get back at Kenny, though. We got to teach. I mean, we got to teach Kyle a lesson. Are you sure, Eric? I'm not just sure. I'm HIV positive. That's the greatest bit on that show. They got fucking Jimmy Buffett singing to him to try to raise money. He's like, what happened to Elton John? Elton John's at a cancer event. That's where everyone's attention's at now. AIDS is so 80s and 90s. Fuck you, Jimmy Buffett. He's screaming at Jimmy Buffett. Thanks, Mikey. Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, you're
That's
sick?
Great. No, he's just saying overall since being on carnivore.
Oh, okay. I just read that out of context.
I'm done.
Yeah.
10:50.
Oh, yeah, it's late. All right, guys, listen, we gave you a good show. It's enough out of us. I'm going to go smoke a cigar. I think John's going to go eat some cat food. What's the cheese? No, what's the cheese you like?
Ooh, coastal cheddar.
The coastal cheddar.
Out. I'm all out.
Oh, you are? Oh, you got to go to Costco immediately.
All I can do is I can go dig around, and I think
literally half a mile up the road.
I got a burger patty I can make, and not a lot, man. Like I said, I gotta go.
All right, and then Joe, thank you so much for being here. Anything you want to say on the way out?
No, I'm good.
Krellbar?
All set. Everyone take care.
All right, everyone, thanks a lot. Have a great week, and we will see you later. Very good.